Hello everyone, this is Miss Sachin, and I'm here to tell you about how my journey went through for last 1 year, how I did the things that I did, and how a gap year helped me do those things. I passed out my high school in 2017 October, and today is 2018 October, and today was my first day at college. So it felt really good going to college after sitting those in a classroom after a long time. I've been in a gap year for 1 year. So in this 1 year, done these experiments in different fields that are around there. When I was done with my high school, I was a straight up uh, physics student. I wanted to pursue physics as my majors and continue forward, be a professor someday. So, but and today, spoiler alert, I joined BBAs in Kings. So, this is a journey that I shifted from my first day of gap year to the last day of gap year that was yesterday. So how did this shape up? Taking gap year is not a usual trade in the place I come from. And parents usually want their children to finish up their studies fast and continue, go on a job, take a job, have a settled family, and then the mainstream how the life goes. For me, I never wanted that part of the life. So after I was done with my high school, I took a year off. In this year off, I learned a lot of things. The first thing I always wanted to do when I was in school was travel. People usually start telling that when you need money to travel, but money is actually not the first thing. I found myself in a situation in a new place at 11 in the night with no place to go, and there were no hotels to stay at, and I had no money. Then I had to ask shelter for people, and they happily allowed me. And I've even walked in the highways where there are no pavements with a carry-on bag. Everything was a really great experience that taught me a lot about life. In this gap year, I started looking out for different platforms. The first one I found was Global Teen Hero, and it's a platform that selects a best teenager in the entire country, and I was selected as the best teenager of 2017. I received that award as well. After that, I started continuing my venture that I started a way back when I was in junior school, but I could not give enough time for it. It's called Teenage Society of Nepal. I did it, and we and the club moved forward, as a part of which we did that also credited me in winning the award. Then I was selected by the UND. I was funded by the UNDP in Nepal to participate in the ECOSOC Youth Forum. After I was selected from the Youth Collab that happened in 2017. So, and after that, there was always the spirit inside me that I wanted to travel. I wanted to look places. I wanted to grab every opportunities that was out there. I used to sit late night googling out things, googling out opportunities for youths, for scholarships, everything. And after I stumbled into one, that led to another. So then one day I was casually scrolling through my Facebook feed. I came to know about New York Academy of Sciences. I was selected as one of the junior academy members, and in a good way, we did a challenge given out by UTC, build sustainable buildings challenge, and my team won it. We were again funded to go to United Technologies headquarters in Florida. We gave our presentation in the GSA Summit. Everything went so nice. Then I was also called by International Congress of Youth Voices in San Francisco, California. Credits to all those people for taking me as one of the 100 youth leaders from the entire world and bringing me up to that event. After that, I came back. I co-founded Nepal Economic Societies and a lot of things out here. So all these things I did in the gap year that I took. I honestly believe that if I had continued studying in 2017, I was done with my high school in October. If I had started college from January, even January, or even the next month after October, I would not have been able to do this lot of things. A kid, a kid who wanted to be a physicist now ended up joining BBA in Kings here in Nepal. I always wanted to go to States and study there, but then after I went there, I looked at the situation there, and I pretty much realized there are enough people out there who have already been doing things. So I need to stay back in my country and do things here, because the world needs to get developed in a proportion. So I changed my entire focus from being a physicist, going to United States and studying and getting a certificate there. and working there to studying BBA in Nepal and doing something here in my own country. So this is a huge transformation I got in my gap year. Many people might fear that if you take a gap year, you'll lose 1 year. So there is pressure coming up from society, there is pressure coming up from friends, there is pressure coming up from even teachers, that are you going to waste a year? But honestly, I feel it's not about wasting a year. It's more about experimenting yourselves. One suggestion I always give to people is try to find out that what satisfies you. And in high school, that might not yet come to you. You might always run after your dream, and after you achieve it, you might never get satisfied of what you got. So it's a genuine suggestion for all those kids who want to take gap year, especially out here in Nepal. If you want to experiment yourself, take a gap year after you're done with high school. Experiment with yourself with a lot of subjects out there. Go into music, play some songs, get into a band, do some arts. Even if you don't know how to do it, learn about it and try to do it. You go do some business, you go do some philosophy classes, you take some psychology classes, you get it from Coursera, edX, everything out there. And then when you do all those things, you'll come to a point when you find that one exact particular subject that will make you satisfied with your life. So when you get that subject, you pick that up and start continuing that subject from next year onwards. So taking a gap year is never a risk, it is never a gamble. It is always an investment that you do upon yourself for your future. You might not realize the importance of taking a gap year the very next year or in the 2 years or 3 years after it, but then when you get that subject which you are satisfied from after studying, then you will know about it and you'll feel proud that you took a gap year. And you'll see your friends out there who had rushed out their studies and they become somebody, they take on a profession, and after they take on a profession, they are still not able to clarify themselves or satisfy themselves with their life. This might not be true in everybody's case, but then once you take a gap year, you experiment yourself from everything out there, you learn about things, you learn about life itself, and then you'll never get into that situation, you'll never get into those shoes. So that's it from me. Today was the first day of my college, tomorrow is the second day. I hope this experience that I've got from last year so far, credit to everybody who made this year very good. Credits to Global, credit to New Academy of Sciences, credits to International Congress of Youth Voices, credits to Junior Academy, credits to UNDP Nepal, credits to Teenage Society of Nepal, Nepal Economic Society, and everybody out there that supported me throughout this year. And yeah, so my final decision, I'm gonna stay back in my own country and do something here. Thus, a last message: if you want to change the world, you will have to see it first, but make sure when you see it, you are in the right place to change it and you change it in the right way. Thank you.